Let's start by taking a look at the main menu. First, come up to Window Preferences. Under the Drawing option, click Style should be set to Auto Detect, and it is helpful to check the box for Continue Line Drawing. We don't turn on the crosshairs, but you might find it amusing. Under the extensions, you'll want to be sure to have all of your extensions checked so that SketchUp is enabled to use them. These will include the Ruby script examples, Utilities tools, and Sandbox tools. We won't be using them quite yet, but it doesn't hurt to have them checked for when you do want to give them a try. When you're ready, check our website for training on these more advanced topics. Under the Files option is where you'll find the default file folder locations for things such as component libraries, material libraries, and autosave backup files. If you are working on a network, you may find it helpful to have SketchUp look towards a common folder that is stored on a centralized database to allow multiple users to access and keep track of the most current information. The General option is very helpful. Under the Saving section, we recommend that you check both the Create Backup and Autosave boxes to ensure you never lose valuable work. How often you autosave is up to you. We set ours to every 5 minutes because, unlike some other programs, SketchUp doesn't bog down your machine while it autosaves. So the more often we save, the merrier. You can decide to enlarge your toolbar under the Tool palette. Finally, I like to check the boxes for automatically check and fix problems in the model. The OpenGL settings have to do with your monitor's graphics card. If you see any strange things already happening with your cursor, like a white box around it or weird tracking, try unchecking both of these boxes. Older computers will sometimes have this problem. In this case, I'm okay, so I'll check Use Hardware Acceleration. Shortcuts are the key to modeling efficiently and rapidly in SketchUp. You're able to define your own shortcuts to select tools, commands, and menu actions while modeling in the program. Everyone's got their own preferences, but we like to set our shortcuts based on some of the prevailing commands used in other popular design software. It's just easier to remember that way. You can download our shortcuts directly from the school website and then use the import button here to install them on your computer. Under Template, you're able to set the default units of measurement for your file. Don't worry, as you'll learn on this video, you can override the default while working in your model should you have reason to temporarily switch units of measurement. For now, pick the one that seems to be the best for you. If you're working on the free version of SketchUp, you will want to switch the template to None before you continue with any of the lessons. All of the usual save, open and close files, and print commands have a home under the File menu option. You will also have quick access to recently used files at the bottom of this menu. Under the Edit menu, expect to find the standard cut, copy, and paste options you'd use in other programs. They work in SketchUp too. Most of the remaining commands in the Edit menu will be accessed through the use of our right-click context menus available to us with the use of our 3-button scroll wheel mouse. We'll go over the remainder of the edit commands as we progress through the lesson. The View menu is full of items that you'll want to access on a regular basis. As the name suggests, the View menu helps you control which part of the user interface you see on your screen, or how your model is being displayed. Let's run through what some of the View menu options do. Under View Toolbars, you can toggle between being able to see and access a variety of toolbars. Feel free to have all of these items on, though we don't quite get through all of them in this video. Take a look at View Axes. As you draw, you'll see some handy red, green, and blue axes that let you know which directions you're drawing in. You're able to turn the axes on or off depending on whether you want to see the red, green, and blue guides displayed in your model. Now look at View Rendering. We usually access the rendering options through another menu, but you have access to each option here as well. The rendering choices control the ways that you are able to display the faces and edges of your model. Check the glossary for detailed definitions and examples of each style. Or, if you can wait till the end of the lesson, you'll have an example that will work well for exploring each one of the options. Under the option for camera, you have access to the tools that enable you to set and change particular views of the model. The standard views under the camera menu allow you to set the view to preset angles. Note, you have these little house icons in your toolbar that allow you to do the same thing, so you can click through isometric, front, back, top, bottom, left, and right side views. Note, this is also where you will find the option to toggle back and forth between perspective and isometric views of the model. The rest of the options available in the main menu are tools that we'll find in the standard SketchUp toolbar, so we'll cover them later. The Draw and Tool menu dropdowns are full of tools that, you got it, allow you to draw. To that end, all of the same tools are available in the standard tool palette, so again, we'll skip the Draw and Tool menus for now, as we will soon cover these in detail during the lesson. Under the Window dialog box, there are a number of useful dialog boxes. The Window Model Info menu item brings up a dialog box with options to adjust settings in your model. Under the option for colors, you can adjust colors relating to the geometry in your model, including the color of all the lines or edges and the surfaces or faces. Also, you can change background settings to add ground and sky colors, as well as coloring the whole background. Using the option for locations, you can pick your geographic location. No matter where you are in the world, SketchUp will know exactly where you are. If you're ever interested in knowing more about the model that you are creating, you can find out by selecting the option for Model Info Statistics. The Stats window pops up and you can review important information about things such as the number of edges or faces in the model. You can set the default measurement units for your model in the Units menu. After the Model Info menu, there are a number of selections that open up other dialog boxes. Take a look at Window Entity Info. You will become familiar with the Entity Info palette during the lessons that follow. The Material Browser also appears when you activate the Paint tool. Within the Material Browser, you're able to pick the material or color that you want to apply to entities within your model. You can edit and make changes to any of the materials in the Material Browser using the Material Editor. SketchUp Pro comes pre-bundled with a library of 2D and 3D components. The component window gives you access to grab and drop things like people, trees, couches, and other fixtures right into your model. Your display settings window should begin to look familiar by now. You might have seen some of these items under the View Rendering menu on top, or via the rendering buttons in your toolbar. The Display Settings palette is the best place to control these settings in my opinion. You have the easiest access to all of your settings in one convenient place. And of course, the Help menu is sitting at the end of the row of main menu options. All of the standard help items are located in the Help menu, including some of the great additional self-paced tutorial files to help you practice what you learn with this Level 1 training. Last but not least, take note of your standard and sandbox toolbars that should show up on the left side of your screen. If you don't see them, go back to View, Tool Palettes, and check the standard and sandbox options. During the lesson, you'll be accessing the tools in the standard toolbar. The white box in the lower right-hand part of your SketchUp window is called the Value Control box. In the bottom left-hand corner is where you'll find information regarding the use of whichever tool is active and ways that you can use that tool in combination with keys on your keyboard to increase its functionality.